What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Planet Xbox episode 35. And I told you guys we're going to change things up, but in the next couple of weeks we'll be exactly where we need to be. But hope you guys enjoy. I am your host, Kid Smooth, aka the Best Spot, and since we're gonna start with Gaming Addict.
What's going on, you guys? Gaming Addict here. I beat Bloodborne. So,
that was the.
Congrats, man.
There we go.
Congratulations. I don't want to hear no more bullshit.
Congrats,
Chad, get off my damn back.
Too bad I dropped it.
No. You know what was the funny thing? I beat Bloodborne. They kept saying, "Well, you don't beat Bloodborne unless you beat the one dude. What's his name? The one on the roof." He was like, "Unless you beat him." So I go beat him.
Oh, the king.
Yeah. So then they go from you can't beat him to then they're like, "Well, you don't beat Bloodborne unless you actually beat the boss of the game, the expansion."
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Nah, that's not true. Because
I'm definitely the Castaway dude.
Tomorrow, Kids Move has a thing with Bloodborne.
No, not delayed.
Castaway.
Oh yeah, by the way, my Bloodborne stream is happening. It's just not happening March 1st because now that Bloodborne is a PlayStation Plus game, I'm not going to buy it.
Someone PayPal this man $20 so he'll play it sooner.
I don't know. It gives me extra. It's about to be free. Like I'm not going to spend money on it. Spend money on a game that I don't want to buy. Like you know what I mean? That's so if it's going to be free, it's like whatever. I'll download it. So
it's still free.
Oh my god.
No, I don't want to spend my money.
I'm done. This dude did not just say Gaming Addict is white. Now I like him. I'm done with this dude.
Oh lord.
Wow, they all.
Jesus.
Wow. Oh wow. Okay. So let's go with Merc305, man. What's up?
Jeez.
Yo, what's up, Merc305 here, ready for another show. Looking forward to getting into these gaming topics. Make sure you guys smash that like button, man. Hit that like button, share it out.
You guys have no clue what the fuck's about to happen on this show.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
If you'd be in the actual Planet Xbox chat, you'd got a preview.
Yeah.
Wow.
That DM was lit today, boy.
Yeah. There's a lot. Speaking of that, here goes the naysayer of them all. What's up, Frog?
No.
what is going on?
Targeted.
No Game with Frog, and I am, I guess, king naysayer this podcast between me and Jazz. I don't know who's gonna be. No, I'm just here to talk games. I'm just here to talk truth and facts. That's it.
All right, and then we got the other naysayer.
All right. Naysayer. All right. Oh wow.
Yo, what's up? This is Grinds My Gears, Jez7780. I'm ready to battle, baby.
No, matter of fact,
I got my setup. I got my mic.
For a reference, I have to honestly put up the. I gotta go to the Twitter inbox just for reference of what.
Don't you guys like how Gears is over there being all cocky, but he's about to take this L anyway?
Oh.
L. What L?
Ooh.
Oh, you about to get an L from hell.
Oh, we've been researching all day.
Oh man.
This thing's gonna be like this.
You went to the library?
No, I didn't actually. I'm too busy to go to the library, but I will and find you
Get those facts.
a great one, man. It's gonna be a great one.
He's ready.
By the way,
This
the
is gonna
number
be
of
good.
people that are watching us right now is type embarrassing. There's not as many streams going on that was once before. So if you get that like button and that share button to let your friends and your family know that the Best Spot is live and the best Xbox podcast is live, please do it now. Do it now. Do it now. We need your help.
You gotta address them like you're a cop. Do it now.
Do it now. Nah, it probably won't go over well. You know.
He points a gun at their head. Do it now.
I have to I don't know how this is going to impact my streams, but I'm trying to I have a potty mouth, and I'm trying to improve that because my son is starting to say everything I say and none of the good stuff, only the bad stuff. So I'm trying to calm down the things that come out of my mouth when I get angry in stream. So I will try to be restrained.
I applaud you, man. I applaud you for that.
It's bad. It's very, very, very bad. The way I've been going off, and you never know what you say until they start freaking saying it. So I'm gonna start by saying, because I get a little potty mouth in this podcast too. So I'm gonna try not to use as much profanity as I possibly can. So I'll try to keep that to a limit.
Try to find filler words, man. That's the best way to
filler
do it.
words.
Just find filler words. Yeah.
I feel like my
Just
daughter's.
don't let your son be around when you stream Bloodborne.
Oh yeah. So anyway, let's see who's made it here so far.
Master Chief has to introduce himself.
Oh yeah, Master Chief, man. Yeah, I'm
Why
sorry.
do you
dude.
keep forgetting him?
Jesus, man.
Every week.
All right, yeah. Let's let Master Chief. What's up?
Hey guys, I'm glad to be back on here again. Yeah, let's talk about these gaming topics.
There you go.
All right. So speaking of gaming topics, this is Jez's favorite thing.
Why you start with me, man?
Because we got there's a Xbox One S bundle coming out. It is.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Keep in mind, the majority of this podcast is just those last two motherfuckers going to be talking the most. That frog-looking motherfucker.
Yep, it's me.
Them two are going to be talking.
That's why I make sure my setup's good because you're gonna see me a lot.
All right,
Oh, so we're gonna see you turn red.
Oh, I can turn red. I got the light right here, man.
What are your thoughts of the Sea of Thieves bundle?
So for me first, the Sea of Thieves bundle, you know, it's. I wish they would have done something that looked like the controller, like that would have been pretty cool. But they put, you know, Sony put stickers on consoles, Microsoft put stickers on boxes.
Well, they designed the box. The box itself, it's not a sticker, but it's.
It's not really a sticker on a PlayStation, but people say
I figured
stickers on everything.
I agree to a certain degree as far as like they went all out for the Sea of Thieves controller, which is dope.
Yeah,
Controller, and I felt like they could have done like a matching console, to help assist with that. I think that would have been glow in the dark Xbox One S. I would have probably copped that.
Yeah, well, even doing a black Xbox One S or something like that, or a purple one, or a brown one, you know, for like a ship.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could have done a lot. Yeah, but I'm not surprised that they didn't.
you.
No, don't interrupt me. I'm still talking.
Someone said I always thought Grind My Gears would be a surfer dude with a six-pack, no homo.
Oh man.
Yo, anyway, what I was saying is like I'm surprised that they didn't do one with the X. I think that would have been good.
And I'm not. I don't think they're ready to do like just a bundle of the X or a theme.
No, Sea of Thieves bundled with the X, not a custom X, but
Yeah, that
I'm
would
actually
be
of the
bundle
opinion
with
they
the
should have
X.
done
I'm
a custom
surprised.
console. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a new IP, man, to kind of push it out there.
I would have really liked a custom console. I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's a magazine, one of the gaming magazines. They have a Sea of Thieves, a gold Sea of Thieves skull on the magazine. I can't remember which magazine it is, and that thing just looks sick. And I was like, man, that'd have been cool to have an all black console with like a gold skull on it or something like that, or maybe a purple console with a skull on it. I think a custom console would be really good idea for this game.
Yeah, it's a new IP. It merits it.
yeah. You know what else is like? You have your controller, you have the charging station that's custom, you got the custom hard drive for Sea of Thieves, but you got a white console.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it like this. Like, I have one X and one S. I would love to replace that other S with another X, right? You know, I mean, that may have put me over the top to go ahead and trade it in and go get another one, man.
I checked, man. The 500 gigabyte S is going for, I think $80, and then they're doing like a percentage, so you get like 100.
Right. All right.
Like GameStop.
I'll part ways with it.
I mean, I'm more in line with the custom console for Sea of Thieves. Now, at the end of the day, with some of these bundles, I really don't care. I mean, I'm happy to see that they put it on a box to at least get it out there, hopefully drive some console sales. But I think the big thing about with Sea of Thieves is really to help push the Game Pass thing. So this is really to push like, hey, we still about our consoles. We're still about selling copies of the game. But the biggest thing about Sea of Thieves right now is it's Game Pass edition day one. But I figured they would do something like this. I figured there would be a Xbox One S bundle with Sea of Thieves, and I did not believe it would be custom, even though I thought they had a sick controller. But it just seemed predictable. I don't think we're gonna get a.
It's my theme is Xbox is being cheap. Cheap. That's it. They're not investing. That's my statement.
Is that like your logo? Is that like going to be your logo for your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I feel like you love throwing that word around. That phrase is sacred to you.
Well, oh, that they're cheap.
They're
being
cheap.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him. I just think this generation.
Of course, Frog.
Of course, Frog.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Oh man.
You know, I kind of.
That Sadia got that checkbook in the lockbox. He don't lay it out.
I would love them to do some custom consoles. Last generation,
Oh, don't even
Xbox
talk
was
about it.
king of custom consoles. Like they had the best consoles.
Don't they still have the most custom consoles this generation?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Well,
do,
this
and the
generation-
nicest ones too.
When was the last one?
So
With
you
the
want them
years,
to be, you
Minecraft,
want them
right?
to be, so you want them to be more ahead of first when it comes to that, right?
I want them.
That's pretty good.
It was an opportunity to promote an IP, but
Oh, absolutely, for sure. That's the reason why I would have gone all out, custom console for the X.
Not
Push
that I
out
want
there.
one or we need more controllers or new, but it's just like it would have been nice, that they get really behind it. But the birdies going around saying that they really didn't know what Sea of Thieves was going to be, and then they were surprised about the beta and the response, and now they're kind of behind it.
Yeah.
I guess the first party game, they should have been behind it from the beginning.
I mean,
Move on. Next topic. Tired of them.
Look at he don't even want a response or rebuttal or anything. He's like, let's stop it.
we have.
It's what's there to rebut, man. It's it.
I mean,
Wrap
it's.
it up. It's a sticker on a box.
Next topic.
Next topic.
Next.
All right, so
You know you want that PUBG bundle, man.
speaking
PUBG
of
sticker.
speaking of Game Pass,
Oh man.
there's gonna be
gosh.
the March's Game Pass lineup looks rather promising. They've added to kick off March. We got Tomb Raider. We have Oxenfree.
Yep.
We have Resident Evil. We have The Station, Sonic CD, Sea of Thieves, Super Lucky's Tales, and I think like a fishing game. But the main major stickouts there is the Rise of the Tomb Raider, Super Lucky's Tales, and Sea of Thieves. Please, go ahead, have at it. Like I know
I'll go ahead and start this one.
Um,
I think that's really good for Game Pass, and I said it on the Twitter chat. Like, I think this shows that they're all in for Game Pass.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Hold on, let me-
Yeah.
Okay, can you
you're
hear me
lagging.
better now?
Not really.
Oh, man. Hold on. No, wait, go. Somebody else go, and then I'll go after that.
All right, Attic. Let's go with you. Let's start with you.
No, I don't want to go first.
You don't want to go first on Game Pass? Oh damn it!
I
All
want
right,
Jez to go
let's talk about.
You go first.
No, we're gonna
Jez.
let our guest, Master Chief, go in. Master Chief, go ahead. What are your thoughts on Game Pass's the announcements for March, the 8 games being added?
That's pretty good. I always wanted to play like freaking Rise of the Tomb Raider, but never got the chance to
Wow,
because there were other games out at the time that I wanted to get.
man, Rise of the
game.
Tomb Raider continues to get slept on, man. It's like one of the best Tomb Raiders
Yeah.
of recent.
I loved it.
That's one of the
2013
better
was
action
pretty
games
good.
this generation, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I'm going
First-
to be streaming
yeah.
that this weekend on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah,
Oh,
good luck on
nice.
that, man.
I'll be there. I'll be in your stream, bro.
First Tomb Raider game was pretty good, so
And you talking about the first one, as in the remake, the reboot, or the
Yeah.
throwback?
yeah, the reboot.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's start with all right, Jez.
Hey, Merc, what do you think?
Okay. So, all right. So, in our infamous DM that was mentioned earlier, basically, it started with the whole that Bloodborne's being given away for free and Ratchet and Clank, and the fact that games with gold has been lacking since they announced Game Pass, and that I actually do agree with that. But I still find value in Game Pass. I think for us that are like, the hardcore, the one, like I've said before, the ones that are on podcast, the one that are in the chat, maybe Game Pass is not for us, but for the average person walking in to buy a box to play video games and they spend $10 a
Game
month.
Pass is for me, $10.
Yeah, man, there you go. Look, like for example, I didn't go out and buy Super Lucky's Tale. But
I
if I had
didn't-
Game Pass,
I don't think a lot of
I
people
played 10 minutes of that game, realized it's definitely not for me.
So I think that the value is there, assuming that the content continues to grow and it's consistent. You know, and March is really, you could say, probably the first big month that, you know, Sea of Thieves is going to be there. Rise of the Tomb Raider is going to be there.
Yeah.
So if this continues, if that's the trend going forward, the value of Game Pass is going to continue to increase.
That is true. And before Jez and Addict go at it for the next 20 minutes, let me, I'm going to put my 2 cents.
Yeah,
I feel
this
like
is a 2-hour DM argument, by the way.
Now, and part of the title is that because Jez apparently has beef with. First, let's just talk about this.
I have no problem with the lineup for Game Pass.
No, he does. You don't have a problem with the lineup for Game Pass.
I'm actually
but what
impressed
happened,
again,
there was everybody knows like the PlayStation, how they've offering with PlayStation Plus starting March is Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank, and the first thing people did when PlayStation got some really good games for the PlayStation Plus is everybody was like, all right, I'm mad at Xbox for the quote-unquote lackluster games with gold options. And Jez, you've been vocal about this plenty of times about Game Pass being responsible for weakening the games with gold offers.
Yeah.
And,
I'm back.
Oh, you are back. Sounding clear.
Back.
And how can I say this? Because I like what Game Pass has to offer. I'm one of those, because as a Xbox guy and I like an avid gamer where I buy a lot of games, and it's because I buy a lot of games I'm kicking myself for not being able to take full advantage of these services. Games with gold and PlayStation Plus never really impacted me. I think I've gotten maybe 2 games from out of total both platforms. I was like, holy crap, I didn't play this. I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna play through it and I'm gonna enjoy it. I think where Xbox is when they did the Tomb Raider reboot, I did that, and then I think PlayStation, I forgot which game. I don't know if it was one of the infamous games. I did that, but ever since then it's like I either didn't care to play the game or I already owned the game. So, but now, over the last couple of months, PlayStation has had like a decent list, while the Xbox was like, man, but, you know, they've had, you know, great titles going into Game Pass, and just, this kind of have steered you in the wrong direction.
So I have no problem with the lineup of the games, the Game Pass. Yeah, I think that they really did an excellent job with, I was surprised that they did Rise of the Tomb Raider with.
There's about to be a but.
No, I'm saying, it's gonna be a big but. But no, they did that. Yeah, I'm giving them credit, man. You know, you got to see both sides of the story. I'm not just gonna be like, you know, crap on that. But I'm seriously like, you know, they did a good job, and they brought a lot of it into the Game Pass, like the Rise of the Tomb Raider, like in a month where they were gonna do Sea of Thieves, and then also Super Lucky's Tales, which, you know, they got to keep the content coming. And here comes the but. But the games with gold has suffered since they launched since they announced this thing, since it came out of beta. I think that they have not really like Rise of the Tomb Raider could have been a games with gold game, and you can have Rise of the Tomb Raider and Super Hot, and then your 2 backwards compatible games. And I think we said it last week when we were talking about it, how at least I said it, I was surprised that even the 360 games that they've been putting in have been kind of lackluster. They have not really been the blockbuster games from the 360 that they could put in there and then give kind of arcade games for the Xbox One. But my whole thing is that Xbox games with gold is $60 a year, right, for Xbox Live, and you get these games free, whatever, not free. And again, it doesn't affect me directly because I have like over 300 games for Xbox, so like a lot of those games I have already. I'm looking at the grand scheme of things about Microsoft's move. I follow a lot of technology news. I follow a lot of like the Paul Thurrott. I watch what Microsoft's doing, and I'm paying attention to that stuff. And they are definitely shifting to the Game Pass. They want us to subscribe to Game Pass, and it's very obvious that you're not going to get the games that you would have gotten if Game Pass didn't exist. And now they're shifting to Game Pass. What's interesting about that is now they kind of want to get you on 2 subscriptions. They want you to get for the $60 for Xbox Live, and then they want you to get the $10 a month for Game Pass. And what Sony's doing, and it seems that Sony has been responding to Game Pass. I believe that this has been pretty big because these games really weren't a big deal, and Sony's been dropping like their exclusive games and their bigger games. And even they did Deus Ex, they did Metal Gear Solid the month before Microsoft did it, and look at that, Metal Gear Solid 5. PlayStation put it in PS Plus, and the next month Microsoft put it in Game Pass. And there you go. Like, that's one game that went to PlayStation service where you're already paying for online and getting the PSN games. But then Microsoft did the next month and didn't put in their games with gold. They put it in Game Pass. So Sony has been responding, I think, to Microsoft's Game Pass by kind of integrating better quality games into their PSN. And that's all one subscription. And that's where I'm seeing the differences, where Microsoft is kind of shifting everybody, putting all their eggs into Game Pass and shifting that. And I think they should just get rid of games of gold. That's the thing. Like, the games of gold is like, or make it at least a theme or something.
So
like,
it's not
make
good
it
enough for you want to just have it gotten rid of entirely.
That
literally makes no sense. Like, because Jez don't like it, let's just get rid of it.
Or integrate Game Pass with Xbox Live.
That would be a one expensive Xbox Live.
I can't blame Microsoft for trying something different, though. Like, they obviously haven't been able to compete, let's say, heads up with Sony. So the fact that they're coming out with with this particular service, I mean, if you look back at Xbox in the past, whenever they've been against the ropes, they've been able to innovate and move forward. Maybe this is one of those services that creates that innovation and allows Xbox as a brand to move forward. It's possible.
And then here's my other statement about Xbox Live. Why do we pay for it? Why?
Why do you pay for PSN? Why are we about to? Why are we about to start paying? Why are we about to start paying for Nintendo? Why are we about to start paying for Nintendo?
With you guys on my phone, right? I could be chatting with you guys on my PC. I could be playing Xbox games with you. I could play Sea of Thieves with you on my laptop for free, and you're going to pay for Xbox Live on your console. Right. And now if Game Pass doesn't have a good value to it, if Game Pass is
straight up value, that's bullshit. I gotta be straight
up. You know what?
No.
You guys say what you want, but the Xbox console gamer is the fool. That's it.
I'm gonna ask you. Go. Smooth border.
No, I gotta be straight up. Like, hold on. You gotta be straight up. Like, it's bullshit. We pay for it when they have the same platform and they don't. That is bullshit.
Hold on. Because Kid Smooth said, "Why do we? You know why we paid for PSN?" With this generation and PlayStation 4, because Xbox did it, and PlayStation, you got to understand, perception is a lot of things. As people who sit back and when you look at the casual gamer versus the hardcore guy, the casual gamer, they perceive things. There's studies, and they look at the studies, and what's being perceived as, hey, there's more value in Xbox and the way in their service is better because you actually pay for it. Microsoft started this whole thing paying for.
I don't care who started it. Why did Sony?
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me answer the question. Because you asked, why do we pay for PSN? We didn't pay for it all last generation.
I know that.
But the perception was that Xbox Live was better, and I totally agree it was better. Moving into the future of the next consoles, it's perceived because you pay for this, it's a better service. It's the perception that is there that's perceived, and that's all. It's a perception is a lot of what goes on.
So because
the perception,
game over. You're right. Microsoft started this
because Microsoft was tickling butt cheeks first. It's okay now for Sony to do.
No, but like, if you are adding good games, if you're adding good games with PSN, like just the games that they've been announcing, it adds value to PSN. You give me crap games on Xbox games with gold, you're devaluing the value of Xbox Live subscriptions. That's the difference. Sony's the whole adding value, Microsoft taking away value, telling you to go to Game Pass.
But the whole thing with PlayStation and why you pay for it is because it wants to be looked at as something that's of value, just like Xbox
but they're
Live
adding value with the better games.
I mean, I actually agree with Frog there, because if you really look at it, that's why Apple has a $1,000 cell phone.
Exactly. It's perception. People, let me tell you something. People will look at certain things and they say people who are stupid for buy this and buy that, but people buy Louis Vuitton every day. And people stand in line to buy Louis Vuitton, and they let 10 customers in the store at a time to buy this crap. And people stand outside the store to buy this. So my whole thing is the perception is perceived that Xbox Live is the best place to do online gaming, when both services, I don't care what nobody says, right now, both services are equal. They both do the same thing for the most part. Neither one is better than the other. They both have their problems. They both go down. They both do the same thing. Sony is in a predicament right now with the PlayStation Network. They've caught up. Last generation, it was trash. Right now,
they want trash.
And right now, basically, when you look at PSN and you look at Xbox Live, they basically do about the same thing. There's nothing that either one does that's so much drastically better than the other, where you can say, oh, well, this one is just a better service. I think it's the service is in the eye of the beholder. And when I look at Game Pass, right, I think it's a great idea with Microsoft. It's genius. Like what they're doing and adding all their games. But when you look at Xbox Live Gold, you're not going to get the games. I totally agree. You're not going to get the games because they want you to go to Game Pass. No, you're not. You're not going to get the games of quality because they want you to go to Game Pass.
Who decides that?
It all decides on Microsoft.
No. I'm saying the games of quality. Who's deciding if the game is like okay or not?
So let's just go with what's getting released next year. Let's just go with being released this year. Yeah. Who has the better games as far as games are going?
But we can't really go off of just 3 months.
Yeah. Okay, let's go of last year. I proved it, and hold on, I proved it on Twitter to you, and I said Sony released more. Hold on, I said Sony released more exclusives last year and bigger quality games.
Wait, what does that have to do with games with going in PlayStation Plus? That's what we're
hold on, because it's a similar service, right? And then the
I don't think it matters if it's exclusive or not. It's what's the quality of the free game, like that's.
Well, okay, if you even go with the quality of free games overall, let's not even go for exclusives.
Well, let's be real here. Everything you guys are saying is subjective. Like everything is being subjective.
If it's subjective, why is Sony's revenue? Why do they have revenue like they have? Like Sony was number 2. If I'm not mistaken, they were the best-selling console, number 2, but they had more revenue than anybody. If I'm not mistaken, when the NPDs came out, so it's not subjective; it's fact.
No, it's the games with gold and play. No.
There's facts.
The money's one thing. No, the money's one thing, but the games, the quality of games,
the quality of games this generation has not been there for Xbox.
No. Let me talk. You talked all damn day.
Go ahead.
Let me talk. Okay, for instance, when it comes to this particular month, Bloodborne. For someone like me, I might like Bloodborne. I just beat it. Someone like Kid, that shit's trash. That is all subjective. Games with gold in PlayStation with gold, or whatever the fuck PlayStation shit's called, all of that is subjective. And you can't tell me it's not.
Look, what I'm saying to you is, Kids Move made a comment about a 3-year game, but when I put the post out there, Microsoft's oldest game was 6 years old last year. They were putting in freaking Xbox Gold. So my whole point is this: you can't.
So you're talking about like a 360 game. You're not talking about the Xbox One game.
Okay, well, what about
Because
what you're saying, you just said 6 years old, so that goes beyond Xbox One.
This is the problem with this generation. When we talk about Xbox, are we talking about the Xbox 360 or Xbox One? Are we talking about current gen or last gen? That's the problem with Xbox. That's the problem with Xbox right then and there.
Why is that a problem?
Look, hold on. If we bundle the value and say current gen games versus current gen games, Sony is killing it. Sony is killing with what they give away. If Microsoft
are we going to talk about how they just dropped off a bunch of their games from their service?
Hold on.
Well, that's a year from now.
That's in March.
No, next year.
If Microsoft did not have Xbox 360 games to give away, current gen versus current gen games, who would have the better value of games? Truthfully, let's be 100% truthfully.
Better value, because when you say better value, you gotta. That means universally that everybody.
But you're saying it's subjective, but Microsoft will be giving away 2 games versus Sony's 4 to maybe 6 sometimes games they give away a month. So how can that be subjective?
That is subjective.
All right, so we're going to add like PlayStation, like Vita games, PS3 games.
I see what he says by being subjective, because telling me you're going to give me Bloodborne and Mankind Divided, I mean, those games to me are both trash.
Right, and some people that can be trash, but then I'm getting Crazy Taxi over on Xbox 360 with some old damn.
Now you point out
like Bloodborne, but compare Bloodborne to Trials of the Blood Dragon.
Like, no, I agree with that.
And my whole thing is like this. I do think it is subjective, but to argue the fact that, hey, you're getting a 3-year-old game and I don't understand why people are happy, when last year Microsoft was giving 6-year-old games. And on the flip side, last year, the majority of games that Microsoft gave away, Sony had already gave those away previously on PlayStation.
This is where you mixing things up. You keep saying Xbox gave away 6 games, so you're sitting there, all right, you're going to ignore the Xbox One games and only focus on the 360 portion of the games that they give away. Because the systems ain't even 6 years old yet.
If we just go Xbox One games for this generation,
just
if you throw 60
PlayStation Plus games,
what I'm saying, if you throw 360 games out the window, if you throw PS3 Vita games out the window, and you say pound for pound, when they give their games away, last year I showed you the list of the games they were giving away. I showed you all of the games that were on there, and you said you don't want to say exclusives, but all the exclusives on there are current generation games, not 360 games. Microsoft gave away 5. Sony gave away 13.
So because it's exclusive, wait. So because it's an exclusive game, it makes it better.
No. What I'm saying to you is, Microsoft's always been about the third-party deals. They've always relied. Last generation was the same thing. There's nobody that cannot be blind enough to understand that the reason they have the problems they have now is because they didn't create the big studios like Sony did. They didn't keep creating new IPs. They relied so much on third-party relationship that they came in this generation and they said, we're going to eat Sony's lunch. And what they didn't realize is their user install base wasn't as big as they really thought it was. It's never been as big as Sony's. It never will be as big as Sony's.
Nobody's arguing that, though. What the hell does that have to do with the quality of PlayStation Plus versus games with gold?
There is the argument because a lot of the people who had the 360, they see that 80-something million consoles sold, and they say, well, Sony sold 80-something million. We sold 80-something million. Why are we only at 40? Let's just say 40 million. Now, I don't understand that. Why is Sony close to 80-something? I don't get that.
Why did the Wii sell nearly, what was it, 100 plus freaking Wiis, 100 million plus Wiis, and only sell like 12 million Wii U's?
Everybody you talk to said that shit's trash.
But here's the thing. But did you read what I said in Twitter? I said all 3 companies did amazing. Last generation, all 3 companies did amazing. They all 3. I wasn't a Wii fan,
close. They were
but they all were good. There wasn't really like a gap like there is now. Look at every generation before that. Microsoft really struck lightning in the bottle with the 360. They did a phenomenal job with the launch of that console, launching a year early. But
I'll be honest with you, I credit that to Gears.
But my whole thing is, and like, we can't go back in the past, but if we could, I don't care what anybody says. And I was a day one 360 guy. If you put a 360 and you put a PS3 at the beginning of generations, both side by side, the 360 would have eventually lost steam and the PS3 would have took over quicker because Microsoft had so many problems with that system in that first year. But
I don't know.
First year,
the $600 price tag is
would have
differently.
killed that system. The Red Ring of Death alone would have knocked that system off shelves, and PlayStation would have dominated.
I don't know, man. $600 is a lot.
I'm telling you,
opening
$600 versus broken console after broken console speaks volumes. My whole thing is
I think what happened at the beginning of this generation?
Look,
People went crazy over
the 360 outside of the Dreamcast had the worst failure rate.
It doesn't matter. Whoever picks up more steam first gets ahead.
But my whole thing is
a $600 price tag is going to look a lot different than a system that might be broken that people don't know about now.
And I credit that. I'm not saying it. I said all 3 did good. They got ahead, but in the end, they still came in third. The Wii was the #1 selling. PlayStation 3 was, and then it was the 360. The Wii was the next generation. The Wii was in the same generation as PS3 and 360. The Wii U was that next generation. That was that whole next generation.
Let's just talk about Microsoft being cheap.
My whole thing is my whole
subject entirely because this is retarded.
No, it's not retarded. The whole thing is this: people got to understand when you move from generation to generation, sometimes you mess up. PlayStation did it from the PS2 to the PS3. That's a fact. 360 did it from 360 to Xbox One, but for some reason, Xbox dudes don't want to acknowledge the the F up they did, and it's like,
What
look,
F
they
up?
messed
What
up.
F up? What are you talking about?
Dude, the beginning of the generation, all their messaging was bad.
Come on,
Everything-
we're not talking about
everything
that.
about
Like,
the Xbox One at the beginning of the
I don't
generation.
understand how we went back then now.
No, what I'm saying is
So now we went back to the beginning of the generation. I thought we were talking about PlayStation Plus.
No, but we're
Xbox
asking
One.
why. We're asking
I've been
why
looking
they're-
at the history of this stuff, like basically PlayStation Plus versus Games with Gold, and you know, if you look at it, yes, I agree with Addict. See, we're not enemies. I agree with Addict in that.
Oh, fuck you, we are. I'm joking.
What?
Oh man,
All right, bitch.
top 10 anime betrayals right there.
Oh Lord.
Throw it right there. Yo, I know it's opinion. Bloodborne might suck the kid smooth, and he might not be excited about it. But the thing is that if you look at the games that they're releasing, I'm talking about just the two. I'm not talking about those games that are crossed with Vita and all that other stuff, because that factors into the total retail value and all that other crap. Just the top two for both of them is definitely a significant push by Sony to give either their games or exclusive games over Microsoft's type of games. Like, Microsoft still has not given Halo Wars 2. They still haven't given Gears of War 4. They could have given Master Chief Collection. They're fixing it.
Didn't they give away like all 3 Gears of War like at one point? They've been giving like Gears of War.
They gave it away with Ultimate.
Yeah,
Man.
they did.
They gave it to Ultimate.
Yeah, Ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So,
those
like,
games were
I'm
already
pretty sure
games with
they gave
gold
those
in
games
years
out for
past,
games
though.
with gold.
Those were games
You
where
gotta donate to the chat.
those games made games with gold in years past. So that's the thing.
Not Halo Wars 2.
No.
They put all that shit in Game Pass, man. That's what I'm
Yeah, but I
saying.
mean, it's-
all those games are in Game
Hold
Pass.
on,
look,
I gotta
look,
inter.
at the
Oh,
end of the
time
day,
out. I
just-
gotta interrupt. I owe Jazz $10 because some dude named Ralph donated $10 to the podcast to say this donation is for you, Jazz. Give these Xbox fanboys
We're
work.
technically
8
going
seasons.
like 30% less.
Yo,
Horizon Zero.
That's my first one.
Hey, Horizon Zero Dawn sold 7.6 million in one console. Suck it for Service Box
Yo,
One
that's not
X.
cool, man. Wait, I'm gonna turn my green. Look, I'm green and I'm going blue. Look.
Oh man.
Oh snap! Thanks, man.
Thanks, Ralph. Thanks for the $10. I'll be sure to tax that $10 and give Jazz like 6.
Yeah, I'm sure.
10.99,
You have to pay-
10.99,
you have
man.
to pay for that green screen.
That green screen, man.
That green screen, you got to pay for it.
Someone said in the chat
that's what
Addict's about to take that 6-hour road trip.
But what I'm saying is that those games, Microsoft could have put those games in there. They're, you know, those exclusive games that they have, put them with games of gold, but they've been putting them in Game Pass, and that's what I'm saying.
Which one's
Let's
bigger?
be real here. Jez is correct. Let's be real. Like,
No,
is.
there's nothing
100% correct.
There's
Fuck
nothing,
you,
I
Adam.
would
Fuck
prefer-
you.
I
There's
would prefer them to focus on Game Pass because it's actually going to do something
Yeah.
than focus on shit I never fuck with.
Think
I
about
literally
it.
don't give two shits
I
about
get
games.
you.
Think about this, Jess, and I understand. You're absolutely right
Better-
as far as
what's better, building their portfolio, giving us 2 games no one people are going to argue about for what, 2 weeks, or building a portfolio called Game Pass and giving that to you every month if you pay.
I totally agree. I think that's a great idea. I think that if
What gives
Game Pass is
more
the
benefit to the
future,
Xbox brand? That
I'm not
or
no
Games with
pony,
Gold?
people.
no,
Jess,
I think Game
Jess,
Pass
think
is
about
the
it.
future.
Think
That's
about
it.
it. This is Jess. Think
I don't
about
see green. I see everything.
Jess. Think about this. Say if right. Let's say if it was reverse. Games with Gold, you're getting these high quality AAA games, and then Game Pass, we getting sitting there arcade and 360 titles. You be like, well, why am I paying $10 for Game Pass?
Oh
for?
yeah,
like
but Game Pass would be an option though. Like that's the thing. Like you kind of have to pay for. You got to pay for Xbox Live. It's essential. You got to pay for it.
Right, if you
So,
wanna
like,
play online.
Games with Gold would have been just like EA Access. Like if people are like, hey, I hate sports games. Like I'm not going to pay for EA Access. That's fine. It's an option. And I'm not saying I want garbage games in Game
I mean,
Pass.
you
No,
can't
man.
you
I'm
can't
just
get
saying
Game
that
Pass without
Microsoft-
games with Gold. Can't you play them without games with Gold?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
then
can.
just buy
Yeah.
games with Gold and not Xbox Live.
No. You're
well,
saying
you
just
can't play
you're saying
online
just buy the
games.
game without subscribing to Xbox Live. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying?
you can buy games with Gold. You can buy the Game Pass for $60. Buy that instead of Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's good.
What,
but
what I'm
even
saying is that Xbox Live is kind of like Xbox Live subscription is kind of essential to Xbox, but you don't have to do it. You could just do subscription to games with Gold, like Game Pass. But if you want to play online, you gotta you got to subscribe to
I mean,
Xbox
then you
Live.
got to subscribe to both and shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Well, that's
I mean,
what Microsoft wants you to
that's-
do. So shut the fuck up and subscribe to both.
And that's $180 a year.
And
that
you
may
become this
benefit some
Xbox.
people.
That's what they want you to do, man.
Right. That may benefit some people. It may not benefit everybody. It
Problem
just depends on
solved,
the
man.
games that
Problem
they put in there.
solved. And
Yeah.
yo, that's your.
I don't-
Well, see,
I
my
don't
thing
think
is
Game
that that's
Pass
your
is a bad
preferred
idea.
method.
For
That's
some
preferred.
people, it's not for
you want to do
everybody.
that? That's fine. But in the reality of things, there are better options. That's it. You want to pay for both of them on the console because you want to play on the Xbox? Then do it. I don't care. But the thing is that is not the best option. That's your preferred option, which is fine. But Xbox Live is free on PC. You could play all those Xbox exclusives free on PC with all you guys. I could chat with you on my phone. I could chat with you on my PC. So why, if you want to play on Xbox, it's preferred, you pay a premium price. Do it. But Microsoft has made other options, and they have actually hurt their value of Xbox Live by giving everybody other options. Let them do it.
I mean,
not to.
let's be honest here. Can we guarantee that any of these games would hit Xbox will hit games with Gold if Pass would have never been made? Can we guarantee that?
Wait, say that one more time.
Can we guarantee that they would have put these games as a games with Gold if Game Pass never would have been made?
If they got the third-party deal, some of them was. I mean, Deus Ex was on. It was on the PS4, so I'm pretty sure some of these games they would have got.
Has Uncharted 4 ever been in their past? Is the Uncharted collection?
None of the Uncharted.
Has
I don't
the
know.
Order
I don't
ever
think so.
been it?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Killzone
Ratchet and Clank and
Shadowfall.
Bloodborne, I think, is the first two, like, really. This is like the first month that caught my eye with PlayStation Plus.
Well,
Except for
like I said,
the one they gave
we-
not Killzone.
if we talk about just exclusives, it's unfair because we understand that Microsoft doesn't really have them, so they have to go back to third parties. I keep saying this: Microsoft is always going to go with the third party.
I mean, it wouldn't have mattered if they had first party exclusives because let's be real here. They kind of made just trash.
It would be good, yeah.
Xbox has kind of made trash exclusives already. So
no, what I'm saying is it would matter if they had the first party exclusive, but they don't have a plethora and a library of first party exclusives. They don't really take those risks like
Halo
that.
5 been part of there? That was way before Game Pass.
You said
Halo 5, no. Halo 5,
Gold?
no. Halo 5, Gears of War 4.
There's no reason to put any
Sunset
of that stuff
Overdrive
here now
was.
with Game Pass.
Yeah,
because
Sunset Overdrive was Games of
was.
Gold. Didn't
Right.
Rise
I
finally
mean,
make it?
for a good
Rise,
6
that was
or
Rise.
7 months.
Yeah, so Rise is there.
Yeah.
Dead
I
Rising
remember
3.
last-
Quantum Break.
I remember
Forza
last
5.
year, or the end of the year before last, there was a good 6 months where PlayStation had nothing but shit games and Xbox had nothing but good
Yeah, that
games.
was going into
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that you
Yeah,
talking about
Forza
last
Horizon
year?
It
Back
stopped.
well.
Xbox stopped. Games with Good stopped being good in like November.
Last year.
Last
was
year,
not-
like 4
they
months
had
ago.
I remember IGN was getting onto PlayStation over it.
I mean,
They
I'm
was.
just talking about
Yeah,
what year we
because
talking
you're right.
about.
No,
We're
he's
talking about
2013,
November.
2014.
Xbox
No,
last
I'm
good month, I think, was
talking
October of 2017. I believe. I think November they had some whack games in there.
It was a
starting.
5. Yeah, I got it. I got the list.
I mean, they had some good games, but realistically, and this is what I said. I said in the Twitter
Give me
chat.
the
I
list.
think
I need to see
I-
this Twitter chat.
I got the
I-
list right here, man.
I
It's in the
think
DM. It's in the
I
DM.
think
It's in the
they
DM. Let me
put
try to
these-
pull it up. Let me see.
Look, all
Yeah,
the games
pull
are
it up. It's in
added
the
to
DM.
Game Pass.
Do you have the
I'm like-
comparison to the other service?
Yeah, I sent the list on Twitter. It was
Forza-
it's right
I
there.
do not work. Like, damn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
sure.
but
I
no, I
put
sent
the
the list.
link in the
My
thing.
whole thing is this: like, I think them putting these games in there, the Fox game. I can't even remember the name of it. I was about to say Sly Cooper. Damn, that's messed up. But Super Lucky's Tales, freaking Tomb Raider. All these games they're putting in the Games Pass. This is good because it's showing you that hey, we're gonna
being
put games in
aggressive
this.
with it, yeah.
Right, and I had said this when it came out. This is what I said. I don't know if you remember this couple. I said if they can get the third-party deals and they can get these guys on there and they can get these games in there, this thing may be successful and this may be the future. But what a lot of people aren't realizing, let's just say for all intents and purposes, Game Pass is the next big thing, right? If you ever stop subscribing to it, you don't keep those games. You can't. It's just like PlayStation Plus. Once your membership is up, you can't get those games until you resubscribe to the service. So you don't own games on either service. Either way you look at it. So the
Correct.
reality is kind of one is like, well, we're giving you these games. And we're gonna start giving you better
Where
games,
is
but you
the
can still
actual
play
list?
online.
Yeah, so
This
here, I got the
seems
list.
like
I got the
copy.
thing here.
Put
April,
it in the
they
chat.
had Rise Son
I
of
want
Rome.
to see it myself. Put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I'll put the link here.
I'm seeing it right now.
This is the IGN one. remove web address. All right, whatever. It didn't work. Anyway, Rise Son of Rome was in April. The Walking Dead Season 2 was in April. PlayStation did Drawn to Death and Lovers of a Dangerous Space Time.
Okay,
right?
so Xbox player won that one.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that one. But think about it. That's April. So Game Pass was in the trial, right? So then we got May. It was Gianna Sisters and Lara Croft Temple of Osiris. And then
Xbox
PlayStation
lost that month. Okay,
PlayStation did Tales of the Borderlands and Abizu.
Yeah, Xbox lost that. Go to the next one.
June was Speedrunners and Dragon Age Origins by Xbox, and PlayStation had Killing Floor 2 and Life is Strange.
Yeah.
So PlayStation won that one.
Kind of close.
So, and they did Watch Dogs for X, but I'm not reading the three. I'm just reading the two top ones for the consoles. But they did
basically the current gen.
The current gen ones, yeah. That's
right.
The top two. Then July, this is when we start getting. Sony did Until Dawn and Game of Thrones, and Xbox did Grow Up and Runbow.
Okay, they lost that one.
Yeah, lost that
so
one.
now we're starting to see the exclusives spill into here. Now, since July, PlayStation's been kind of doing this. Now, August, Xbox got Slime Rancher and Bayonetta, which Bayonetta was an Xbox One game.
No, I think that was a 360 game.
Yeah, there should be two. There should be two.
Two for each.
Oh, Trials Fusion. That's what it was. Slime Rancher and Trials Fusion.
Trials Fusion is pretty decent.
And PlayStation did Just Cause 3 and Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry.
Okay, so neither one of them won that.
Yeah, Just Cause 3 is ass, dog.
Well, that's opinion. Value.
Shit's broke. It doesn't run right.
And you pay PUBG. Okay. Anyway. September.
Well, at least the game's in preview. Just Cause did that as a final game.
Don't get me on PUBG.
Just Cause did that as a final game.
Don't even start. Anyway, so September we got Forza Motorsport 5 and Oxenfree.
And that's another good one. That's a decent game.
Yeah. And then PlayStation Plus got Infamous Second Son, not the expansion, the game, and Strike.
The expansion or both?
No,
just the
full game, the first game. And they got Strike Vector EX, which I think is like a shooter or something.
Yeah, it's a shooter. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think that one's close.
It's pretty close.
I would say that's a toss-up.
It's a premium game and then like a indie game type of thing. Then October, Xbox did Gone Home and the Turing Test.
Oh, they lost.
And that's when Sony did Metal Gear Solid 5 and Amnesia Collection. Amnesia Collection. So that's October.
I don't know. I mean, Metal Gear. The thing is, that
trash too.
Yeah, I mean, if we just go by critically acclaimed, even if I think it's
Metal Gear is critically acclaimed,
no, we can't go by critically acclaimed because they put them in sweatshops to review it.
Of what people are going to buy, then the casual is going to really prove what's the better game. It's not going to be, because I'm just saying,
I'm just talking about.
I'm not a Metal Gear Solid fan.
You might not like it, but
yeah,
caliber game, Gone Home versus Metal Gear. Amnesia Collection versus the Turing Test.
Home.
Well, that's exactly. So you were
Gone
happy
Home was dope. The thing is, I
don't even know what Gone Home is.
I haven't taken advantage of
it's
PlayStation Plus.
Simulator walking one.
Gone Home was all right.
This month is going to be
regardless how it comes down to. They might.
Let me finish November, right? November, Trackmania and Tales of the Borderlands for Xbox. PlayStation did Worms and Bound.
Xbox won that. Then.
They won that one.
You got Tales of the Borderlands.
I mean, Bound is decent, but Trackmania is really good.
Yeah.
Tales from the Borderlands.
Then December was Darksiders 2 for PlayStation. Kung Fu Panda Shadow of the.
That's horrible.
That's like a Smash Bros. Thing. Yeah.
Darksiders is boring.
And then Xbox did Warhammer.
What?
And what?
Yeah.
Darksiders. Okay, we'll go back to that in a minute. We'll go back to that.
And Back to the Future, the game. Those are the top two. Back to the Future game and Warhammer.
I feel like I want to lean towards PlayStation.
With Darksiders.
But I don't know. I'll have to give that to PlayStation.
And then they did
probably get more enjoyment than Xbox's shit.
Yeah, and then the year in review, it says PlayStation Plus total savings. But again, I'm not going to read that because that's real. It says $12.28 versus $10.39. But also, PlayStation's giving PlayStation 3 and Vita games, which you can't play them. So
right.
And then you got to consider some of these developers don't even lower. You put GTA 5 in any games with Gold or PlayStation, you're getting a $60 value because they
those retail prices. Yeah, they jack up those.
I don't know. I haven't taken the advantage of PlayStation Plus and games with Gold. I did once forget. I caught Lightning when I caught that Tomb Raider game, and then now I'm Bloodborne because of this damn challenge, and I'm like, cool, I don't have to buy it. So it's like I don't know, but people.
I'm about to PayPal you 20. You playing that tomorrow?
No.
I just tell you this: the thing and the reason I think last year when I look at Xbox and the games they had, I think the thing is, when I look at them, the reason that I looked at it, I was like, well, they don't have as many big killer apps, is because, and I said it before, like a lot of those games were on PlayStation Plus earlier. Sony had already given those games away, and Microsoft was like, well, we got to play catch up with some of these games. We got to kind of give some of these games out. But the fact that they had the 360 back catalog and a lot of those games backward compatible, they were kind of, you know, able to throw here's Dragon Age out there, here's this, here's that. And that's cool, but you know the problem with that is like
Black
Sony
Bomb's
had
an
given.
asshole. He literally did it to corporate slaves during Planet Xbox.
Yeah, I
What
saw
did,
that.
what did he do? What did he do? I didn't see it.
He started
About
the last
Yeah.
episode of his corporate slaves.
That award show
Oh
isn't
my
over yet.
gosh.
No, I don't know. He milks the fuck out of it, dude. Like he really
And
does.
then you gotta also remember, like, you
I gotta
know,
watch
remember
the rest of them.
PlayStation jacked their price up $10. It was $49. It went to $59.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, a lot of people don't understand the psychology of this. People look at, they say, well, this is $49, this is $59. Real, even if they're the same thing, people in their minds, and this is how humans they work. Oh, that's a better value. I'm like, wait, what? It's the same. They don't care in their mind that it's going to be a better value. So it's one of those things. Like realistically,
We got-
and you don't have to buy the PlayStation Plus, right? You don't have to. You just can't play with play with your friends online. That's probably the biggest thing, and you can't
Yeah,
use.
and it used to be
I mean,
free. It used to
borderline
be
required.
cheaper.
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like it used to be free, yeah, and it used to be cheaper, but there's a reason it's not free.
Yeah,
There's a
but now
reason.
now everybody's okay with the reason because
I
the
feel-
Xbox does it. Like
No,
it's crazy how
it's
people
not that
quickly
everybody's okay
quickly
with it.
accept
It's
that
not
after
it's
like
not that everybody's okay with it. What it is the service is basically the same damn service, and people are acting like Xbox Live does something completely different and PlayStation Network doesn't. It's the same damn service.
No,
basically.
I
feel like
I don't
both of them
understand
do
why
stuff
people act like
differently
it's
than the
not the
others.
same service.
I don't think they're
both
the
can do
same. But
No, I don't think they're the same service.
Tell me what are the biggest difference? Like, can you both do party chats? Can you both do cross game party chats?
There's
You
a
can do
lot of
almost the
different
same
features
thing.
both do that the other doesn't.
No, okay, little features here and there, right? That
Little
make each
features
system-
can mean a lot.
And I'm not saying, look,
Yes,
little
like
features
the
that make
share
each
button.
system- right? It literally they make each system unique in their own way. But what I'm saying is, when it comes down to the base principle of what you can do basically the same thing. You can play online with your friends. You can conversate with your friends. Your friends can be playing another game. You could be playing another game. So my whole thing is like, yeah, the little features, I guess, that's a big thing.
I mean,
but what I'm saying is
you
like,
can have up to 18 people on Xbox Live. Is that a little feature?
no, that's
No,
great
that
for
pie chat's
Xbox.
big.
But it's the
That's
same.
a big feature that
That's-
PlayStation doesn't have. The
Yeah,
share
it's just-
play thing
and the
that
share play is a big
has
feature.
where you can go in.
Right.
That's
But
not on
what I'm
Xbox.
but what I'm saying is like people act like these services aren't balanced. These
Okay.
services are
I
balanced
think
out.
they're drastically different. I
Okay.
do. I think some of these
Actually, I'll
features
tell you one from an
make it
infrastructure
one
perspective.
drastically
That's,
different than the other.
I'll tell you one that's
last
drastically
one.
different
You
from
gotta
an
get your
infrastructure
last
perspective.
takes out, and then we're gonna move forward. But go ahead, Merc. Finish up.
Like for example, first party games for Microsoft, they all have dedicated servers, and for PlayStation games, that's not the case. For example, like
Yeah.
Uncharted multiplayer is peer to peer.
No, I do agree with that. I do agree. I've always wanted to. I do agree with that.
And
that
that's
is a
another
big
thing.
difference. But
PSN caps
yeah.
the fuck out of your bandwidth.
yes, they do. But
Yeah,
you can
I'm done
download
with that
hold
shit
on.
now.
Hold on, but you can download multiple games at one time. You can
And
go.
that's what makes PlayStation different than Xbox. They
You can
both
go on
have
it.
their
No, I'm not
features.
saying they're not different, but what I'm saying is like when I say different, I'm talking about when you look at if you put them pound for pound, you say, well, they got this, they got this. If you go back and forth, in the end, they're gonna equal out to me.
I mean,
Like, they're-
every service,
that's
even
how I look at it.
Nintendo has a multiplayer.
we don't even want to bring.
Are we
Nintendo
gonna
back.
start saying
Wait till
Nintendo
Nintendo
the
starts
same
dropping
way 'cause
their
they have a-
games.
They have a generic
pass.
party and a multiplayer. Like,
Nah, we're not even
know
gonna
that
bring
there
this to
are
conversation.
features that make them different. That make
Question.
them drastic.
Question. Am I wrong for this? Is Xbox Live required for backwards compatibility, or don't you
I
need
don't-
it?
You
What?
need to
No,
be
it's not.
you need to be online for
Online.
backward compatibility because backward compatibility is a service. If you
No,
don't, if you
I've played Xbox.
you can play some offline, but if you're not connected, okay, let me ask you the question: are you disconnected from your internet when you're playing your backward?
Yes, I've played a couple backwards.
I've never
It
played.
has to
anything
be set as your
disconnected.
home
Like,
console.
remember, kid,
Right,
when
and
we
it
bought-
has to be set as your home console because backward compatibility is a service. It
Correct.
actually
Well, I mean,
is a
first off,
service.
if you're using the share library thing, like that's your fault.
Hey, I'm just saying what it is. It's a service. You
So
know?
my thing is, here's never mind. I just want to kind of move. Anybody else got something else to say about this whole thing that you guys were?
Just a shout out to the 109 people watching. Hit the
Oh,
hit the
you
like
made
button.
109.
Button.
Well, thank you, thank you very much, very much. All right.
Hold on, Kid
The
Smooth.
like button, everyone.
We need to announce that Nerd Smooth's coming back.
Nerd Smooth. Oh yeah, Nerd Smooth is coming back. I gotta get some glasses. But no, he's coming back sometime this week. He's gonna be streaming Super Lucky's Tales. We're gonna be interacting with each other, so that should be interesting.
Nerd Smooth streams Bloodborne.
No, he won't. No. That's what people expect. That's no fun. He has to
You're
stream.
gonna get Rage Smooth there. Rage Smooth, man.
Yeah, there's 3. There's actually 2 Smooths, and then 1 generic Smooth called Kid Smooth. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Wow. All right,
Nerd
so
Smooth's actually the real Smooth.
I'm just looking at making sure if there's any comments that I miss. All right, so there was, speaking of, since we were left off back Compat, Microsoft did something else that was pretty interesting.
Is there a Smooth that's good at games?
Oh shit!
Shut up.
Jesus.
All right, so there's some games that's being Xbox One X enhanced that are actually currently Xbox One X enhanced, and they're Xbox 360 games, and they're pretty. From what I tried, I like what the hell I saw. Hold on, time. Hold on, guys. Let me know. Hold on. Continue the conversation.
Oh, see, I told you, one podcast. Every time during one podcast, every podcast, this dude leaves. Like every podcast. Has anyone played Fable with this enhanced shit? I don't even know.
Nah,
I don't know how you enhance.
Yeah, I played it.
Game.
I was in a party yesterday with Smooth. He was playing Crackdown.
Yeah, I played Crackdown. I played Fable,
real.
and I played The Witcher. They kind of look like remasters.
So now we're gonna go from it looks like cardboard or styrofoam. Okay, got you. Let's continue.
It looks like remasters. I mean, that's what they look like. I mean, it is.
Then
But it is.
how much
They're
have they
clean.
put in? Is it just resolution bumps or it's not new textures or anything?
No, they added a feature where you could do resolution or performance, but you can tell that the
So it's just
performance
chasing the resolution anti-aliasing, really.
Yeah, you can do either performance or resolution, but you can, even if you do resolution, you can tell the performance is actually improved in the games.
I mean, it's
can.
cool that they're working on 360
neat.
games, but I just, it's whatever. Like, I don't care.
So they have like, I think over 200 or something like 360 games, and I think this is the 11 total games that they have right now.
So now are we gonna like start going back with all the 200 games and start enhancing them all? Like, are we really there? Are we there already?
Well, they made a big deal that they added 4, and now they have 11.
What was the 4?
The 4 was it was Crackdown, it was Fable Anniversary, it was The Witcher 2, and what was the other one?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Forza Horizon.
Yeah, Forza Horizon. There you go. And then
that seems like good games to do, but I'm like, can we stop there? Like, really?
No, they're not gonna
I mean,
stop
I'll be
it.
honest with
They
you.
need news. They're going to keep doing
I don't
it.
really care so much about like the backwards compatibility, but the fact that they enhance the games for the X if you own the console,
All right.
I mean, you're happy to see that.
All right, so
right.
so since Kid Smooth's gone, I guess I took over the podcast. I actually have, he doesn't have this as a topic, but
No, we're not done. I didn't hear my
You heard it. You gonna
We're not done. We're not gonna let this slide under the damn rug. All right, so how many?
Let's slide under the rug. You were gone.
I was gone for like a couple seconds. Anyway, so none of you guys got to play any of the 360 games on the X?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I'm just gonna use backwards compatibility.
my God!
Game.
Yo,
Yeah.
shout out
They're
to Microsoft for making free remasters. Forza Horizon 1 looks better than Burnout Paradise remastered already
Oh man.
on the X.
What?
Yes, yeah. Yep.
But wait, the remaster didn't come out yet for Burnout.
Yeah, but you can still see the freaking gameplay for it. Already.
right.
Boom. Already.
Well, I don't know about
Crackdown.
That's it.
Crackdown. Looks,
Better than Crackdown 3 already.
no. It looks, Crackdown looks on par with what we saw at Comic-Con.
Man.
Which is you probably say, we were saying Crackdown looked whack at Comic-Con for the standards that we're expecting, Xbox One X and stuff like that. But Crackdown 1 is on par with that, which isn't bad. It just wasn't what we were expecting. But looking at Crackdown 1 on the X, I'm like, hold up. I can actually play this thing comfortably and enjoy what I'm playing because it looks so much better. And then you have Fable, which looks clean. The Witcher looks even better. It's like, how do you not appreciate this? How does anybody not appreciate this? I mean, like, who was it? It was Merc. You still there, Merc?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Merc was in the party with me, and I was playing Crackdown for like 3 hours.
Yeah, man.
Just,
it's like 1:30 a.m. He's still going at Crackdown.
So, I'm like a lot. Wait a minute. We had a conversation last week about remasters and how, oh yeah, Frog and Jez was ganging up on me on how remasters, pro remaster this and pro remaster that. Oh, put this out, and next thing you know, in the following week, they didn't have to remaster any of these games, but yet they pretty much run and play like remasters.
I said remakes. I said remakes was better.
Wrong.
I said remakes.
Remakes.
I said I prefer them to do remakes. That's what we said. We both said it. We prefer them to do remakes to remasters because the remakes give your games a new like Shadows of Colossus is a remake. So I would prefer them to do remakes. So I don't find anything wrong with remasters, but I would prefer remakes.
I prefer
game
free remasters. Free masters. I like free masters.
Free masters, yeah. Yeah, but I heard you couldn't buy Forza Horizon because the music was expired. You have to go find it in a store, right?
Well, you get a physical copy. Speaking of,
you gotta buy it. You gotta buy it. Is it free?
Huh?
You gotta buy it. You gotta buy it.
I have to buy. I had it. I think I had it with
Talking about Forza Horizon 1, right?
Yeah, I had it. No, when I was game sharing with. That's why I had it before. I was game sharing with Gladiator dude. He was the one that had it, and that's why when I thought I could re-download it,
you can't download it.
It wasn't mine, and I was like, crap. I was game sharing with Addict, but I'm about to Amazon that thing right now. Thanks for reminding me.
There you go. So no, this actually supports what I was saying last week in that it is lazy. They are making the emulator do the work. They are not developing the game like as a remaster. Like,
did you just? Oh my God, Jez! Only you will find something wrong with this.
I'm telling you the truth. I said exactly what they did with the. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. It's great, but it's not what we were talking about last week when we said
the new truth of YouTube.
They spent 2 years, 2 years building that Shadow of the Colossus thing. Microsoft flipped it in an emulator, and the emulator is showing the benefits of the power. That's great, but don't say that that's the same thing as a That's the same.
I feel like I'm getting the. I'm getting.
Speaking of that,
go ahead.
Somebody in the chat, they try to like, no, I don't know if they damage your Chrome, but obviously I went to Microsoft's page because I said I know backward compatibility is a service, which they say it's an emulated service that's on Xbox. You can play your games offline after initial verification, and you can play your digital games and purchase offline if you set your console at home. Other than that, you can't. If it's not. You can't play any of that crap because because there's and the reason I tell people that is because there's been plenty of times where I went to go play something back and it's like the service is not available. I've had that happen to me before. That's a service. Backward compatibility is an emulated service on that system. And I've had it. There have been times, yes, emulation service, and it's been times that the service has not been available a couple of times. Not often, but a couple of times. And I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I'll just go play whatever. But people need to get their facts straight before they comment in the chat and say, it's not this, it's not that. Stop being a freaking fanboy and just go read Google. It's not that hard. Just type with your fingers. Look this crap up. I just found it with ease. Stop being a fanboy in the chat. Like this honestly, stop.
Forza Horizon, I think value just went up like 90%. You can't now. I can't get it for under like $45.
There's the freemiums. I told you, man.
Damn it.
There you go.
Damn, let me try.
So when people say it's free, that's great. If you already have the game, yeah. If you have it, that's great. But
yeah, but a lot of the games they remastered, or they put an X, I had, and I wasn't bothered playing them because I didn't. After the thing is, when I got my X, and this is what happened when Addict wanted me to play Fable, and I was like, I'm not playing that. The X just came out. I want to see how the new games look. I really don't want to go back to like 360 right now. But now that I booted it up yesterday, I was like, okay, I'll do it. This will easily kill some of the downtime. It would easily. So.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's
wrong
cool.
with it. It's cool.
Yeah,
man.
there's nothing wrong.
That's what I'm saying. We were saying that it would have been nice if Microsoft took time and had something developed to remake something
Marwin
to fill
remake.
To remake,
round
I agree with that for sure.
Remake Crackdown. Remake the original Crackdown.
Yeah, I mean they have some games in the library, but they're not going to invest in that money because Game Pass is their future, and which I said that they understand their business going forward as a company. I think that's cool. Game Pass is their future. This is successful. We're going to see other people take and say, well, we can do this and we can do that and we can do this. I'm pretty sure. And there's some stuff I want to say, man, but I want to say it so bad, but I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying it.
Smooth's gonna
but
go.
There's all I'm gonna say is don't be surprised at the success of Game Pass and you don't see something that's really similar to it on other consoles, but in a whole different way, and that's the future.
Why would you get in trouble for saying something like that?
No, that's not what I want to say. What I'm gonna say is this: how can I put it? With the PlayStation Now, right? They add PS4 games. PS4 games. You're gonna be able to natively download those games with PlayStation Now.
They're gonna merge the services. Obviously, both of them are gonna do it.
What I'm saying is it's a streaming service, right? But the PS4 library, you're gonna be those games they add to PS4 now. You're gonna be able to download those games natively. So
straight to Vol in the chat. Collection and Gears Ultimate were remakes.
So what I'm saying is like that. I could see. You know, because we always talk about natively versus streaming, and that's why PlayStation Now isn't just as good because you want to natively play your game, and I can agree to some extent. But you know, let's just say Sony says, okay, we see Game Pass successful. We'll put first party games in our PS4, PlayStation. PlayStation Now? You can natively download these games next generation. Is there value in that or no?
I don't know. The service is also on PC, so on PC it just remains streaming.
I mean, I'm just asking, like, is there value? No, well, on PC it's streaming. It's strictly streaming. But I'm just saying, as far as is there value in that or no? I mean,
I don't think that happens because I think they have to change the whole infrastructure. The whole thing of Gaikai is for streaming. Like they would have to. You think about how do you think they're going to sit there and take all those games and making it somehow where you can download them natively.
Did you just hear what I said?
You're not going to be able to download the PlayStation 3. Yeah,
I did not say all. I specifically said PS. I think you got it. I think you hear what you want to hear. I specifically said PS4.
I didn't hear you say PS4. You said I won't be. You said something about them natively.
I said specifically you'll be able to natively download specifically PS4 games in the future.
I don't think they'll do. I think that if they do something like that, it's mainly going to be a. I think they're going to do it on the PC too. I don't think it's going to be just PlayStation. I don't think they're going to do one and not the other.
Well, I'll tell you like this, and this is how I'll say it. And we can all agree or disagree with this. Next gen's coming quicker. This console generation isn't going to last for 10 years like last generation. And what's going to change? What's going to change?
It's going to be.
Huh? You said what did I say it was going to be?
Yeah.
I predicted either end of 2019, beginning of 2020. So the physical year, the end of the physical year. So basically the end of next year until March.
Well, when's the 25-year anniversary? 2020, right?
2020, yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's why I think it's 2020.
So that's why I think it's going to be that, because you got to understand the year doesn't end in 2019. It ends in March of the next year. You know, only our New Year's count for that end of the year, but their physical year ends. And that's why I think, you know, between January, February, March, you can get another console. People kind of look and say, well, we always release consoles around holiday. Look, games were the same way. We don't always release games in the same time frame. That's been proven in the industry. We're starting to release games at weird times of the year. Why can't a console release in March?
When did the Switch launch? In March, right?
In March.
Yeah, but Nintendo's always had released
I don't think
at random
games
times
is
always.
one thing, but I don't think they're not gonna break that November shit.
Hey,
I don't think so either. Because they got the pull. So Sony launches a new console in the fall, and it's gonna sell.
All I'm saying is next gen is coming quicker than
a whole different.
Next gen is coming quicker than you know it. It's coming quicker. It's coming
for
quicker
sure.
than you know it.
Hey, well, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy my freaking my X. I'm happy about it. We got one more topic to cover before we go. And I know AJ, I think Attic had something to talk about too. But Sega took a trip to Microsoft. Anybody want to know what was that about?
I don't.
Why are we talking about this? Because like that could literally be anything.
It could be
It could be anything, but then
It
could be something
that's
else
for sure.
I think that whatever they do, it could be good, but and I guess I'm the naysayer once again. It's Sega. Sega's always had a good partnership with Microsoft. Look back in the day of Windows CE on the Dreamcast. Like they've always had some good relations. But Sega games on Xbox consoles, like I guess what big IPs could Sega be bringing to Xbox? It's gonna move, if it's in Game Pass, maybe. But
man, you always try.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about the IP Sega has. Like what? Sega is not Sega. Sega doesn't make consoles for a reason. Like, let's be real. Like, why? What am I saying? That's crazy. Sega doesn't make consoles for a reason. Like, what IPs do Sega have?
Wait.
The odds of Microsoft.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Time out. He says Sega doesn't. What the hell does Sega making consoles have to do with anything? You're saying that Sega don't make consoles because they don't have good IPs?
Oh my gosh, man.
That's the only thing I can get from that.
What do you think they did?
Yeah,
no, but he said Sega doesn't make consoles for a reason. I'm like, okay.
What I'm saying is,
Sega doesn't make consoles because they shot themselves in the foot.
Sega doesn't make consoles because they.
I think Sega.
Here's my thing. What IPs could Microsoft get? The industry's gonna go, oh my gosh, they got this. I can't. Really think
there's plenty of shit they can grab. It doesn't mean
like
they're gonna use it.
Like what?
Well, Sega published 146 games in 1995.
Look,
I'm sure they got some options, dude.
On ILP, we went over this on Iron Lord's podcast. Shout out to them. But I said the exact thing I'll say on there. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, I just don't think it really means much. I
mean, let's be honest. If they bought it, okay. Yeah, like when's the last time Sega games were relevant?
If they bought what? If they bought what?
Sega. It's not that Sega. They have a whole ton of studios.
My God.
Wait.
They have a whole lot of franchises.
But you do understand that
Sega,
Sammy, like Sammy and Sega are merged together, so they're not gonna buy Sammy. Sammy owns most of Sega's IPs. Like that's how it works. Sega's not an entity like most people don't understand when they say things. Like, dude, Sega Sammy is like that's the company. It's not just Sega. So my thing is like Sammy went in there and said, "Hey, we're gonna buy this one." Like they're not buying a Japanese company. Let's come on now.
No, that's not even the.
They bought them. It's
that's
like
not even the thing is.
Even if they could, Sega hasn't been relevant for years.
I just don't know what IP. Like I'm trying to make common sense. Like what Sega IP?
Montana football. They bring that back.
I mean, we can look up like they have. Like I said, they published 146 games. Like so.
You know what this could literally just be. The partnership they have with Game Pass. That's literally all this could be.
That's what it could be.
I think Sega was on their way to Nintendo and stopped and took a piss at Microsoft headquarters and got a tour.
You're Jazz, sure. I think it can mean anything, but I also think it could be IP. It could be a part. It could be an IP. It can be. Wait, you guys are making me repeat myself. It could be an IP. It could be a partner, some sort of partnership, or we could see Game Pass grow to include Dreamcast games.
That is one game that I can say.
You guys just missed my damn punchline.
He said Dreamcast games.
Dreamcast games. Phantasy Star.
I would love to see Phantasy Star come back. That would be good.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, man, like it's like I said, they can do what they want, but I just don't see the relevance in it. I don't see anything anything Sega can offer Microsoft can do anything for Microsoft. Like maybe if this was someone like Capcom.
Capcom suck. Like, why does everybody want Capcom?
Capcom's more relevant than Sega.
Why? Because they just dropped Monster Hunter.
Capcom for sure is more relevant
Monster
than Sega
Hunter,
right now.
Resident Evil. I mean, if you talk about the IPs, like what's Sega been dropping? What are they gonna do? Drop another freaking condemned game?
What's that fighter Sega has? Virtual Fighter, right?
Yeah, they have Virtual Fighter, but a lot of Virtual Fighter characters in other fighting games.
Konami is more relevant than Sega.
Oh man,
what? Ooh, with their last game, I hope not.
$10. The hell?
Sega's a definition of a company that was run into the ground.
I mean, Sega wants
Well,
to
I
make
thought it was
money,
pretty
so...
interesting that Sega showed those pictures of Microsoft's headquarters, and then like a couple of days later released like exclusive Yakuza 6 demo. Like,
yeah, I mean,
well, Yakuza comes out like every 6 months, dude, on PlayStation. So it's like,
well, the new one's coming out in April. There's like a new one.
Wasn't there one that just came out like
Kiwami? Yeah.
Yeah, Kiwami.
And now
well,
the
yeah,
new one's
Kiwami
coming out.
and
6 is
Zero,
a brand new one.
6 is,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I
I
can't.
have too many people.
And I think the Vanquish 2 thing was a bad rumor, right? Like that.
Yeah, the Vanquish 2
let's
rumor,
talk
yeah.
about that real quick. What
Yeah.
do you
I
guys
heard
think
about that.
No, actually, let's talk about the overall. What my topic I want to talk about. What is the overall concept with all these rumors? Which ones do you think is true, and which ones do you know is fake? Like there's way too much Xbox rumors going around for them all to be fake. I do think there are some.
I think there's some
Where there's smoke, there's fire, man.
Buying something.
Yeah, I think they're gonna buy.
Well, they're partnering with somebody.
They're gonna partner with somebody, but my problem is, and I think this is just what Microsoft's been doing a lot in generation. I don't.
You're in the frog's problems.
I'm just gonna tell you. This is my problem with it. They're gonna get a year exclusive to an IP. It's gonna be in their console. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, it's here," and then it may or may not do well. I mean, and it'll come out on PlayStation 4 or it'll come out on freaking Switch. So is that really? They need to maintain that game. The game, whatever game they get, it needs to have legs. It needs to move. They need to maintain.
They need to make
it.
sure the game's actually good.
Right. I mean,
That I agree.
yeah, that too. But
yeah,
I mean, shoot, I would love another Scars of Arcadia from the ground up, but that's not gonna sell on Xbox.
They need to make sure it's good and stay away from platinum.
Yeah, they shouldn't be dealing with short people.
That would kind of contradict the game being good to part.
Well,
game is trash.
the other thing is too, they got to have a big multiplayer feature in it because if they don't, they know the game's not going to do well.
Of course.
Unfortunately,
I mean, with the strategy Microsoft's going with, it has to have a big multiplayer.
It has
When
to
it
have
comes,
it.
The game's not gonna have legs.
Yep.
when it comes to single player, they can make single player games and put in Game Pass, but it would have to have like a Monster Hunter outlook where it's constantly updated.
I can kind of agree with that.
I
can
saw
kind of agree
Jabbar's
with that.
tweet. He's like, the intention is to have one player games. So first party, I think. What the?
What?
I'm sorry, no.
What just
said
happened?
I said something. And somebody
you just
caught
bust a nut or something? What the hell?
I said something and somebody caught it.
Rumors were true.
It sounded so freaking. I think it sounded racist.
Playing Tomb Raider and he just busted that nut.
I don't know what happened. The rumors were true. It's smooth. What happened?
The rumors are
I
true.
would. This week I really want to stream D-Rock Galactic with a bunch of
You know what
people.
we should do? Yeah, I'll stream that with you, but kid,
Yeah.
we should both stream Tomb
Oh,
Raider
man.
at the same time and see who beats it first on the hardest difficulty.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Well, I beat the
That's-
game. I beat the game like 6 times, so
my
that's
God,
it's
man.
like.
So you have
I'm
an
more.
advantage.
I have an
I've never played
advantage.
it.
I'm more like, you know what I mean. I don't like. I probably would beat it before you.
Okay,
Hey.
then prove me wrong and beat it before me.
I'm not. I'm what?
Bro, these challenges are coming from
No,
everywhere.
I'm not. No,
Hey,
I'm
look.
not. I'm not doing no more challenges because I still don't
go,
appreciate the
dude.
challenge that I've
You have all the advantages in
let
the
him
world.
enjoy
for
his
this.
ex. Don't bet him anymore.
Shout
Hey,
out to
smooth.
all the people in the chat, but
Yeah,
realistically,
shout out to y'all.
if you don't understand gaming and you saying Legends of Dragoon was released on the OG Xbox,
I'm
go
not saying
suck
shout out
something.
to the chat. Fuck the chat.
Like go suck
Oh,
something
shit.
and go. You probably didn't start gaming realistically until like PS3. Like you got to know your gaming history. Stop saying stupid stuff in the chat. Like that's just nonsense. Like at least know what games came on what system. Legend of Dragoon was an OG Xbox. They could bring that back. Really? Sony games is come on, man. Stop playing with yourself. Like these cats in the chat, man. Some of these guys, man. I
Well,
ignore
they
most.
did try to bring Panzer Dragoon back. They brought it
No,
back.
he
from
said
that-
Legend of Dragoon was released on the OG Xbox, and I was like, okay, is he playing? Is he trolling? Is he got the
That
wrong
definitely didn't
game?
happen.
They did have a launch game for that. Was
Legend
Dragoon was
they
a
can always
PlayStation
bring back
exclusive,
Ridge
so-
Racer though.
Ridge
Yeah,
Racer.
but that would be a multi-plat game. You know, come on, dude, Namco, we already know how that is. And look, kids.
Actually, the last couple of Ridge Racers were actually exclusive to whichever platform that came out that
Ridge
year.
Racer.
I mean,
What do you
they-
guys?
go ahead.
What are you guys doing tomorrow?
I'm chilling.
It's a date.
I'm just gonna play some games.
I think I want to play Deep Rock, or I might stream.
That's what I'm
Crackdown.
talking about. We should all stream that game and not like say we're gonna do.
Which
something
wait,
and
what
then
game is it? What is it called?
I don't know.
Deep Rock
Whatever.
Galactic. It's in game preview. They have a trial.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll try.
You
it
gotta
out.
try.
Yeah, it should have a trial like every other game except PUBG.
Oh, we don't want to start talking about PUBG. I've
Oh
been in some of these.
gosh.
Look.
I
all
can
I'm
do
saying
it,
is-
but it will have to be late though. But yeah,
all I'm gonna say is this: I watch a lot of different podcasts of the nerds, and I watch a lot of different other Xbox podcasts, and there's been a lot of talk about that 60 frames, that solid frame rate. They're like, hey, screw resolution. If you're playing this on the X or you're playing this on the vanilla, like that 60 frame rate is king over PUBG, and that's what and one of the things that was said. And this is by a diehard Xbox fan. He said,
"Why do you have to be Xbox fans? What's Fortnite's multiplayer game? I don't know why it's a big deal."
No, I'm gonna tell you because he said the same thing I said. I said if PUBG does not fix all the problems it has and push these updates quicker than it can, and another game comes out and it has some battle royale mode, that game is gonna lose its legs.
Nobody's denied that. Everybody said that. I think I've even said that.
No, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I did. No, I've had. Dude, how many times? Well, you weren't in this podcast the whole time that when we were talking about PUBG.
On a rail, you kind of were deep dude. PUBG.
No, stop playing, dude. We can go back some podcast.
We can go back before you were even on the podcast where I said they need to hurry up and put this game. And I remember when Tim Dog was on here, I was like, they need to hurry up. And my thing was they need to hurry up and get it on console before the PUBG duplicates come out and overdo it.
Well, that's what a duplicate itself. I mean, a lot of games are.
I mean, honestly,
nobody
seems to have no stop, man. I mean, it just continues to grow.
But the thing is, I don't know why. Why is there a big deal? Why we keep saying like, oh well, the biggest Xbox fanboy said this about Fortnite, which PUBG, PUBG, as just like I don't understand.
Well, here's the reason why is because
we're talking about two games that are both available on the Xbox platform.
Right, and that's not a problem. That's not a problem. But what I'm saying is like, you know, when we had this conversation, you were on PUBG's jock about how much it's going to sell, how much it's going to do.
I was not on PUBG's jock.
No, I was deep throating PUBG. Let's be real, man.
No, I was not. See, this is what you guys. No, this is what you guys are confusing shit with. I said the hype behind PUBG. This is what thing. Me talking about PUBG. Me talking about PUBG versus let's say Frog's denial of PUBG. You're thinking me saying, oh, PUBG is going to be popular on Xbox. It's going to sell well on Xbox. It's me saying PUBG is the greatest game of all time. I've already said I'm not a big fan of PUBG. I don't play PUBG like that. But that's not going to clout me from saying. Why are you? What? Like,
I don't because you said PUBG the great. You said like I said PUBG is the greatest. And somebody in the chat said, didn't you vote for PUBG for Game of the Year?
Yeah, that was true. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? That was a troll. Well, how does that?
I mean, to this Moose defense, I mean, PUBG at that time.
No, I'm not defending that time.
I think we can all agree that was trolling.
Like that was like, it's like, why do people think like nobody sees me playing PUBG or streaming PUBG or anything or even talk about it. Every time I spoke about PUBG, I talk about the success it's going to have on Xbox. That's all. But people think, oh, just because I just look at reality and tell you for what it is that, oh, that's me giving PUBG like the greatest game nod and that, oh, I love PUBG. It's like, no, it's just like, you guys, because this would be the thing. It's like, oh, just because it's popular on PC doesn't mean it's going to transition well to Xbox. And what happened? It transitioned well into Xbox.
No, it'll do well. It'll do as well as Titanfall 1 did, and then it died.
Well, how if it's still alive? Wouldn't you say when did Titanfall die on Xbox?
I would say probably within the first year it died. Like within a year it died.
So now the game's dying within a year. It dies.
No, that game because it was multiplayer only. Like PUBG. Look, dude. By the time PUBG comes to PS4, because it will eventually happen. Like this game will have like dimmered down because there'll be bigger. There'll be bigger battle royale games out that people want to play other than freaking sloppy ass PS2 looking PUBG. Nobody wants to play that game.
Did somebody? I tweeted something and everybody laughed at my tweet. I mentioned 3 games, right? And you know what's crazy? I love how people ignore the shit I say when it's necessary. I was just being made fun of for saying. Deep Rock Galactic, Sea of Thieves, and Darwin Project will be the best multiplayer experiences this generation. And people were looking at me like, PUBG, Fortnite, and stuff like that. But no, everybody think I'm on PUBG's nuts, and I've been riding Darwin Project for about a year. You can say that about that. I've been riding Sea of Thieves for about a year. You can say that. Those are the games I've actually been saying like, oh, this is gonna be this is gonna be this. Only time I talk about PUBG is about its success and how it's doing on the Xbox. not how great I think the game is. Like, I've never talked about how great I think the game is.
Hey man, you would have thought you was a PUBG ambassador, man. The way you talk.
No, I only talked about the success because anybody that said the game was going to flop, I was like, no, you're stupid if you think it's going to flop. And that's the only thing. That's where me and PUBG came into.
It'll have success, and I think it'll dimmer out. I think it will. I think it'll have success. I mean, look, Titanfall was very successful, the first one, and then it dimmered out.
And then it went to PlayStation, and the second one flopped. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think PUBG is gonna have success. I think by the time it goes where it needs to go, it will be so dim in a sense. The user base will kind of be there, but by then, and I had said it. I said this back when it came out. I said if once bigger battle royale style games come out and they still don't have these problems fixed, they don't have this. Look, the game looks horrible. Like I don't care what anybody says. Like this game looks atrocious, and people are acting like this is the best game since sliced bread. The reason it's winning all these awards. The reason it's winning all these awards every time you see these award shows is because they're not talking about the Xbox version. You're talking about PC. So like all this critical acclaim is coming from PC, and people are talking about this game on Xbox like it's in the same vein as the PC. Like it's not. So my whole thing is like playing this game, looking at it on Xbox, and then hearing all this critical acclaim. You would think when you get it, like, and you're like, wait, what is this? Why is this game? And so my whole thing is like PUBG eventually will be a game that's fixed to run a lock 30 eventually, if it can do that and stop rubber banding and all these connection issues and so forth, texture issues. I can just name all the problems, but what I'm saying is by the time this happens, you'll have games that are out there by these bigger companies that have the money. That can really put money into that battle royale game style.
Yeah.
Look,
that's what I said.
Just look what a developer like Epic is doing with Fortnite. You could tell that Bluehole just can't keep up with that.
Yeah, Fortnite. See, but Epic they lucky with Fortnite because Fortnite was going to be a piece of crap just like Paragon was, and they seen PUBG and it's like, no, we have a game. Let's add the mode, and that's exactly what saved Fortnite.
I will totally agree with you. Paragon is trash. I totally agree with that.
Epic was in trouble.
The coffin may be that 60 FPS mode now on that
60 FPS makes a big difference, and I'm not a huge fan. Of like I said, I've played Fortnite, and I'm like, the whole battle royale mode to me is
Well, we're coming to March now. When's the new map coming out for the Xbox?
Pretty soon.
They got a big update coming.
Dropped a couple months back when 1.0 when it went.
They got a big update coming.
Right? Yeah.
They did tweet about an update coming that they said that fixes a whole lot of things we're in, but. So we should see what that happens and see how everybody react to that. But I'm telling you this, like I said, with the PUBG Fortnite, I'm not a big fan of Fortnite. The only reason why I enjoyed PUBG better than Fortnite is the fact that you can drive and shit. That's my only. I don't want to sit there and walk around and jump, shoot in Fortnite and build.
Hey,
you can build it.
I have to take control. We have to start closing out. I definitely wanted to end this with. Because I do see BG in the comment section. Kid, how's it feel to have a victory over BG?
Oh shit!
Whoever
hasn't watched it, you gotta go watch it. Watch the replay.
Wait, how did you miss this?
How did I miss that? Wait, how did I actually miss that shit?
The video from yesterday.
What the hell?
Oh wow!
Yeah, you missed it.
Excuse my language, man.
There were some.
That's surprising.
Yeah, it was the best of 7. And
what game were you playing?
Forza Horizon 3.
Forza Horizon.
I'm not playing.
Get BG in here. I'm cool.
They were.
Hold on. I was on something.
They were racing like Winnebagos or something like that.
Challenge me to a number
hold on. Let me put something. Let me send him this link.
I've been hearing rumors that I think BG made you win.
Ooh.
Oh, what do you have to say about that?
Oh, those are the memes that people talking about you screaming. That's what that is.
Yeah. You talk about.
That's what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm about to.
I definitely would love to play smooth in a Forza number series.
Send it to him in a text or something, kid.
I got you.
What happened to BB's Twitter, bro?
Him and Harley were
I
going
want
at
to know
it.
who picked the cause, man.
It doesn't really matter. Like BG can't be on Twitter anymore. He just can't. Let's be real. BG, stop it with the Twitter.
No, he can be on Twitter. You know, he just got a curve. He got a curve.
He can't. He literally went through so much.
I'm gonna tell you
because people know how to get him going, and when they get him going, they get him banned.
Look, he can curve himself, and he can put filler words.
I'm gonna tell you right now as he figures this out. The reason why Kid Smooth won is because he had the drivatars on his side.
Oh man.
Oh my
God.
God.
It was online. Everyone was
No driving ties.
No driving ties. It was all online.
Oh, okay.
Everybody.
But you were playing the Horizon series, right? Not the number series. I'm
no, Horizon. Just Horizon.
Okay. Yeah, you play me in the number series, I'm gonna dust you.
Oh,
he probably will. I fucking suck at Forza.
BG,
but I know you don't. That's why I said you don't play the number series.
Thanks, man.
I called you.
Wanted to know where you got that bright ass lime green shirt.
I think I got it from like Burlington, honestly. Damn, I sent him a standard Gmail call on this one. So
no, you have to send it to his email, his actual.
you gotta send it to his email. He got blocked on Twitter again.
Wow.
Again?
Yeah.
I mean, I went to DM him, and his Twitter's not there.
Man, people have no chill.
It's probably because him and Harley
this
were
is
going
why
at
Twitter has a serious problem. You know why Twitter has a serious problem? Because anytime you can have, because on Twitter it's like the only place where everything goes and nothing goes. There's porn available on Twitter. Just regular porn. You can just. You got porn pages, porn videos. You can watch people get murdered on Twitter. You can watch people have sex on Twitter, all sorts of stuff on Twitter. But let somebody engage in an argument, or let somebody let somebody that's like conservative come out, or let somebody argue on Twitter. Boom, you're off.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
They got a hold of love for racing and BMW.
I saw that.
You said what?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there he is.
Oh man.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Wait, don't get quiet.
I just,
I'm just waiting.
Oh no. Oh,
I just came to. Y'all hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
I just came to congratulate Smooth on a victory in Forza.
Congrats to Smooth, man.
I don't know why people are like, some people are like, made it a bigger deal than it was. Like, I don't take nothing away from Smooth, but everybody knows I don't play racing games at all. But he beat me fair and square.
Right.
Yeah. Like, people was almost trying to like want me to be mad that I lost to Smooth. I'm like, I don't feel bad about it. Like, he beat me. I don't know why people think I'm like.
I thought y'all were gonna play a number series. I didn't know y'all were playing Horizon.
Well, I don't play racing games at all. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't play.
It wouldn't matter to me what we played. Yeah, I'm not mad about it. Smooth won. If this had been like a game that I really play like that, like a genre I play,
Sonic All-Star Racing,
I would be ashamed.
Hey, I saw you play some Sonic All-Star Racing and get all that stuff. And I was like,
well, that's a kart racer. Kart racing.
Right.
Yeah.
The kart racing. You were good in that.
Yeah, because I like kart races. That's in my blood. But I never like. I remember when I first played like Gran Turismo as a kid. I was like, this game is garbage.
I think the only racing series that actually resonated with me was Need for Speeds.
Yeah, but I don't take nothing away from Smooth. He won. That's
my favorite racing game of all time is like the original Most Wanted.
Okay.
I'm weird when it comes to that, man. I actually like the Forza Mainline series better than Horizon.
Yeah, I like the
crazy,
but
that's me.
I like the mainline series.
But BG, I think that the whole thing advertisement of you losing to me is what got you banned again on Twitter. It was too much exposure, and that I don't know. You probably did you say something that in reply to somebody?
Yeah, it was arguing with Hard 8.
Oh my god,
he was having a go hard day. He was. He was just having a go hard day where he was like, for some reason, I don't know, he was hype about me losing to you or something.
How long the ban for? How long is the ban for?
I congratulated Smooth yesterday. It ain't that serious, but he was hype about it for some reason.
How long you banned for, BG?
No, it's a permanent one.
Oh shit!
Twitter pretty much associates my account with my other ones, and they once they permanently ban one, they try to find you and ban anything else you made.
Twitter officially hates you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a new one tomorrow.
Did you use some kind of slur or something in there? Man, I know they go after people. You say anything, any kind of slur. It depends on who you are.
Twitter is
You know what you could probably do, BG? I don't know if it would let you. Have you ever tried putting Broken Games HD WWP or something like that?
Well, I pretty much I gotta keep WWP out of it. Like that, they seem to be trying that.
Wow, somebody must be going at you. Somebody has to be going at you.
is the most offensive word on
Broken Twitter HD. I'm sorry. There's nothing better than HD jokes.
Oh my gosh.
I think, I really don't like that. I don't understand how Twitter works. That is dumb. They really need to check there. That place is too liberal.
I don't understand, man. But somehow Hard 8's Twitter never gets banned though. It's crazy.
No, Twitter's the only place where everything goes, and then again, nothing goes.
Yeah, they got this. It's weird. They got this anti-hate policy, what they call, or anti-bullying, and I'm like, fam, you got
right.
That don't make no sense. Do you see what's going on? Like right under y'all noses. Like I don't get it, but I give it. You know, but you got pretty much Pornhub going on, and that's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Great.
They were doing that on the PlayStation when the game you could like stream your games. They were doing that, and they stopped that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I know a lot of people went to PlayStation because they was getting that PSN.
Yeah, they were doing that.
That PSN that night. I'm sorry.
That camera was like the best
robots,
accessory.
man. Yeah, it was sold out. Yeah,
that thing was sold out, man. You couldn't find a PlayStation camera.
You're supposed to play with the robots, and people stopped playing with themselves.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
That's what happened.
That's what happened. Hey, look, it happened
sold
last
out at
generation.
launch, man.
Hey, anybody who played Uno last generation knows, man, it was bad.
That's why I got nervous when Smooth's like cams tonight. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
But the last time we had cams, I don't want to see that on Uno.
He gonna start coming in there doing some Puff Daddy stuff, talking about eyes.
PlayStation After Dark. That's what it was.
Yeah, PlayStation.
Yeah, I used to see something like this, some disgusting. What's that?
Oh shit.
Somebody got an Amber Alert?
Oh, BG just got banned off Twitter again.
Got on YouTube.
All right, but it's time to get out of here.
Definitely.
It's late. I'm about to hop on Xbox. I don't know what you guys are gonna do.
Yeah.
I'll probably hop on for about 30-40 minutes before I go to bed.
Yeah. I'm off for the next 2 days, so I need to recalibrate.
Oh, nice.
Well, I work tomorrow, then I'm off for 2 days.
Smooth hitting that crackdown
But
hard.
this is my last week of split shift, so from here on out, like I'm crazy ass.
And once again, the Bloodborne stream is not taking place March 1st. It's taking place March 6th. Gotta take advantage of that PlayStation Plus.
I got you,
don't worry.
Smooth. I got you.
It'll be a good stream. I'm gonna try to do it in 20 hours. Right.
Man.
Man, you have
I'm trying to get this shit out the way. You know what I mean? So,
Everyone,
and I will announce it right here.
Move. You're not beating that
has
game.
paid me. He's paid me the his portion of the bet. So
Smooth. You're not beating that game, dog.
why you think?
Smooth. You're not beating that game.
Wait, have you played any? Have you beat any Souls boss or any Sonic Souls? Have you ever beat any boss in any?
I haven't beaten any of the games. I never really played them like realistically.
So
Smooth not beating that game.
I'm gonna be in the chat helping you out, man. I'm gonna help you out as much as I can, man. But sometimes you be raging real hard, man. I'm like, okay.
I told him, I was like, look, like you got to, like this game is not designed for you to just go over. Like you're going to die. It's going to happen.
But eventually they gotta die. I mean, they're gonna get hit.
No,
they don't. They actually adapt to it. They just won't die because you keep saying it.
You talking like the boss is gonna get tired of killing you or something.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
Fuck, he beat Cuphead, man. Cuphead's a hard game. It's a tough game. Challenging.
My thing is about this game is that what makes it like impossible to beat? Isn't it a pattern?
It's not impossible to beat. I just
It's very impossible. That's not the issue. It's you're not ready for that type of like game that requires that much patience. You're not.
It does.
Like, look when I was fighting Rom, the fucking spider under the sea. Like people were getting on me because I was being too patient and wouldn't attack him. Like I was literally running around him for like 5 minutes.
No, you did, but you did a good job.
I saw that part.
You did a good job. You did what you need to do to beat him.
All right, well,
it's Smooth will sit there and just try to hit him over and over again and keep dying over and over again. Like, kid, you got to break that habit. Like,
because that's how games should work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't give me a weapon. I think really that's why I don't like From Software and games like that. It's just like just let me play. Stop being stupid. Like nobody wants to do all this mathematical shit just to win. Like I don't want to do that. I just want to play. So I mean, if I can't play just by if the game can't adjust to me, then it doesn't need to be played.
Oh my god!
That's not the game you want to play.
Hey, you might not beat this game saying
you're
that,
not
man.
beating this.
Yeah, you might not beat this game if you think like that.
You better buy like rubber things for your controller too.
Oh yeah,
you can break something.
I hate Bloodborne.
Please don't use the Sea of Thieves controller, man.
Oh, yeah, I still gotta buy that, man. Oh my god. Oh, sweet. I gotta play Moss. They sent me the game. Cool. But I gotta get another PlayStation to hook that up though, because I really don't think I have the room to hook up the VR over here.
This dude rather get another PlayStation than just use the one he's now for VR.
Because I got the. It's just too much to plug in. Wait, can you hook up the VR to the like Elgato and stuff like that?
That I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't have
You
VR.
can stream right from the PlayStation to YouTube with it, but I don't know about Elgato.
That's really convenient. I wish Xbox would get off their ass and do that shit.
Yeah, it's Google though, man. I don't think Google's gonna let them do it.
No, probably not. All right, let's go though. I'll be uploading the last. I think I'm probably like 4 episodes behind to the iTunes crowd. Tomorrow morning, I'll put Planet Xbox episodes.
You realize every week you say that.
No,
right?
but I've been doing it.
Someone just donated $20.
I've been doing it.
Oh man.
Yo, answer that. Shut out.
Marcus Ellington won $20. Whatever happened to Midnight Club, and what do y'all of the 2018? What do you? I guess he's saying, what do you think of the 2018 Samsung QLEDs, with VVR? What?
It's the variable rate.
yeah,
refresh rate.
Wait, TVs have it already?
Well, they're going to have it. Yeah,
I know
they're
they're going to. I didn't know if there was anything that released that had it. All right, as far as Midnight Club, yes, I do miss Midnight Club. I think that's a game that needs to be rebooted.
Garbage.
Midnight
Garbage.
Club? Yeah, Midnight Club was the shit. So.
Hey, Midnight Club was
it was great, man.
Hey,
Midnight Club was
Trash.
incredible.
The
Trash,
QLEDs, I'm not a person that buys TVs every year. That's definitely a question for Hard 8. But I do have.
But he ain't gonna be making videos till he's unbanned, so you have to wait on that.
Midnight Club is good, man. And anyway, what happened to Midnight Club? Go take a look at that chart that came out showing what Rockstar has done over the last 5 years, and when they discovered microtransactions, they just stopped making games. So now you're not gonna probably get another Midnight Club.
Games as a service, man.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
Rockstar gets praise. They got the biggest game as a service right now, and they get nothing but praise.
Yeah, and Red Dead Redemption, but that's Midnight Club was what they made back in back what was it, 360, right? Yeah.
Garuda Legends, $2. Don't listen to them. Just buy a backup controller.
Yeah, you're gonna need a backup controller, man.
Well,
damn, the service for
Thanks for the donation, Garuda.
just shut down.
Thanks, Garuda.
And anyway, I think the Xbox One X supports that VVR, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you this. I have a QLED monitor. The Samsung.
Is that QLED FreeSync? Smooth or not?
Yes, it's QLED. It's FreeSync 2. It has everything. It's the best monitor I've had. Like to support. The thing is, I thought I was settling. I was like, all right, it's a 1440p monitor, but it has everything the Xbox is gonna be able to do within a couple updates. You know, the 1440p native support. Now the thing is, this monitor is not advertised as a freaking 4K monitor, but it does 4K normally. And that's why I was like, what?
I mean, even if it was just 1440, from 1440 to 4K is not that big of a jump, really. I mean, 1440 is real nice, man.
When you hook the Xbox One X, when you hook
agree.
the Xbox One X to it, it automatically just like, all right, it does everything. It's 4K. It still allows me to have the HDR support, and of course, by default, I can't use 1440 hertz or anything like that on it. I just have it at 60. But you know, when I'm on like the PC and stuff like that, I can then alter with that and still have like the HDR support. But I'm surprised that they don't advertise it as a 4K monitor. So, which is crazy.
But my only question is FreeSync enabled from a console perspective, or does the developer have to do something to the game?
It depends. All right, so it's a console. If the game has it supports like Battlefront supports VRR, right, or variable refresh rate, right?
Correct.
The Xbox One, if it supports that, and the Xbox supports the FreeSync, I think it has to get another update because it's FreeSync. I don't know if it's FreeSync over HDMI 2.1 or some shit like that, or 2.0, right?
Gotcha.
It should
2.1. 2.1.
Because on PSync, on FreeSync, you could do it on PC, but it's got to be over a DisplayPort.
Over a DisplayPort. So yeah, for the Xbox, obviously, it's over the HDMI.
Right.
And of course, that it would do that by itself. As far as the developer doesn't have to make it. It would like, you know how games have like the whole VSync, you know, adaptive rate shit built into it. So now the games that are going to be using like the VFR thing. I'm sorry, I'm saying it all wrong if I'm messing it up. VVR. The game will just will do it on its own depending on what kind of display they're hooked up to. Obviously, it's not going to do it to the TVs because a lot of the TVs we have don't have that support. But monitors do. That's why I was like, hold on. They had to think monitors in mind when they were making this shit. Because now the monitors that are coming out supports this stuff. That's why you're seeing FreeSync in a lot of these monitors. You know what I mean? That's why everybody's like, well, why are you getting a FreeSync monitor? You got a NVIDIA graphics card. I was like, 'cause I'm doing it for my Xbox. I'm not doing it for my PC. But
you know what? It's one of those things that, I mean, like if you experience either G-Sync or FreeSync in person, it's one of those things that you have to see it in person in order to understand. And that's something you could describe to someone.
Screen tearing, right? Because the
and response time, man.
Yeah, and response time, because
that's why
the TV goes to the game, not the game trying to use the TV.
Correct.
Yes, and that's why I'm curious to see if Digital Foundry, if they test the Xbox One X and whatnot onto like monitors that support what it can do. So because if you see in the description on some of the games on the X, it says it supports VVR or VFR or something like
that. It's
VVR. VVR. Why do I see VFR when I'm... Let me go to a game right quick. Because I know Battlefront supports it.
Right here, Eric Empire in the chat. I want a G-Sync monitor.
Oh,
hey, man, you better bring a truckload of money.
Yeah.
Truckload of money, man.
But yeah, let's get out of here. I know Addict sounds frustratingly tired. And I kind of, since I'm off tomorrow, I'm probably just going to play until like 2 o'clock in the morning. But... thank you guys once again for watching. Thanks for all the donations. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. And we'll see you guys next week. I'm sure some news is going to drop.
We're not doing outros? Is that how things are going now?
Oh, well, let me get to it. I want to address the people watching.
This dude was totally closing the podcast. Don't let him lie.
Anyway, we could do outros. We're gonna start with Master Chief. I'm sorry, dude.
All right, thanks for having me on again. Have a good week, y'all, and I'll probably be back again next week.
Appreciate it. School night, man. Damn. And we're gonna go with Dope Gaming with Frog.
What's going on, Dope Gaming with Frog? You can check me out. I got a show I'm doing. Smooth is on it. It's every Tuesday, 7 to 8. It was pretty interesting topics. You can check me out every Tuesday on my Dope Gaming channel. And I just, good chat, definitely good chat.
Yeah, check out Sorry Not Sorry on Frog.
Yes. And download Deep Rock Galactic, please, because I just realized this game is actually looking dope.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky 2.
We gonna have Grinds My Gears.
Yo, what's up? It's Grinds My Gears, Jez7780. Follow me over on YouTube. I got a YouTube channel, What Grinds My Gears, where I rant, do some reviews. I reviewed actually these headsets and stream some games.
Oh yeah, I gotta subscribe. I think I subscribe. I gotta watch some of the videos.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see that you have the channel because I remember like you were getting some love before you even had a channel. So let's
I know, man. I wanted to do stuff because I like technology. I do some reviews. I had somewhere to put some videos and stuff.
I don't know. I was talking about Kid. We need to lock you in a contract because snatching you every week to a different podcast.
On that Xbox hating got you popular on some of these fights.
It's just
So we're gonna have to lock you.
Act like that's not how it went.
It's not.
He's just speaking facts.
Honest, man. Man.
Shout out to Ro D. Like you sent a super chat and you didn't even give a message. But shout outs to you though. For the $10. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
We got and Merc 305.
Yo, Merc 305. Make sure you check me out on YouTube, Xbox, Steam, everywhere. Hit me up. Make sure you hit that like button. Thanks for coming out, guys.
And Addict.
What the fuck did I go last for? I want to know that.
Because I'll put you first. I mean, I'm last because but okay.
Well, because you're the host, dumbass. Like all. Thanks for everyone to come out. I'm gonna be streaming Tomb Raider this week, and I'm gonna try to have it done in a couple hours. How long you think I could beat that one day if I just sat down there and grinded through it and just finished it?
Tomb Raider one day on the hardest difficulty?
Yes.
And one day you probably actually can.
I just want to sit down and beat that in one day, and then play Shadow.
No. Why? Because you do have to. You
got to do Last of Us, man.
You have to
Last
upgrade
of
some
Us.
stuff.
Cool. No, hold on, kid. What you say? What do I got to do?
You kind of have to farm a little bit. Not farming to the Bloodborne degree, but if you're gonna play on the hardest difficulty, you're gonna have to upgrade some stuff and unlock some weapons, and that's gonna require you to do some.
Now, why do I have to upgrade and do all this shit? What?
Because your weapons aren't gonna have like certain abilities that you might need, or that would definitely help. But
Okay.
you're gonna skip tombs, like it's Tomb Raider. You can't skip all the tombs.
Okay, we'll go with that. That's fine.
And all right, thank you guys for watching. It's Kid Smooth playing Xbox. We'll see you guys next week.
Like the video.
Please hit that like button. All right, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best spot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We're out of here, guys.